I want to talk to you really quickly about a championship formula that God gave me over 20 years ago. A championship formula is so important to have ways of winning, methods of winning, tactics of winning. When you go about achieving goals or having the desire to achieve a goal, it starts with the desire, but it moves from a desire to action. And the actions that you take have to be wise actions that are systemic or systematic, that take you through a process and a sequence towards the goal that you desire. So I want to bring to you and share with you just a brief, just touching on this subject: separate or participate. Separate or participate is actually a formula, but understand that to separate means to detach yourself away from, to separate, move in a direction away from a thing. And participate means to be a part of the group, to participate, to actualize movements, actions, abilities inside of a group of people or organizations or a body that's doing one thing. So separate or participate, it's a formula of how you separate yourself from a group or the regular or the common and participate in high level success. As a young man, I'm still a young man. As a young man in my teens and 20s, I participated in a sport called wrestling. I had many, many wins. I had many, many opportunities to have wins, and I took advantage of many opportunities to get those wins. Because I'm a third generation wrestler, my father started wrestling when he was in high school. He put my older brother in wrestling in the sport when he was a young man, and he later put me in the sport when I was around the age of 6. So through the age of 6 to about 23, I participated in this sport, but I separated myself by achieving many wins, many championships, and securing my name, my family name at the time, Quinn Foster, securing my name in the halls of victory. So I finished my career being a NCAA All-American and establishing my name and my career in the Hall of Fame for wrestling, which is found in Oklahoma. So you can find my name there based off of the many wins and championships that I was able and blessed to achieve. So this formula is not a formula of theory. It's a formula that's been put into practice, and through reflection, I was able to look back and see some of the things that went into winning, which I know a lot about, went into winning championships, something that I know a lot about, and is titled or termed separate or participate. Now, there's 5 areas that I'm going to talk to you about, and we're just touching on the subject, but 5 areas that are termed to know yourself, to grow yourself, to be that self, to submit, and to submit harder. Let me say it again, because to separate, again, separating yourself from the pack, participating in the winner's circle or achieving the goals that you set out to achieve, that you desired to achieve, separating yourself from average results, from common results, from the group of those that are, you might say, the 85% or the 80%, whereas 20% of the people are the high achievers, or 20% of the people are the ones that often do the most work in an organization to push the organization forward, but to separate yourself from participating in regularity, in commonality, into regular common results. Separate yourself. And to do that, you go through this 5 processes to know yourself, to grow yourself, to be that self, to submit, and to submit harder. Now, to know yourself, that's the beginning. Because to know yourself is to know your craft, to know what you set out to desire, what you desire to achieve, to know your gifts, your talents, your skills, to know what you have and what you don't have in regards to gifts, skills, talents, and abilities. To know yourself is to know your priorities in life and what you want the most. To know yourself, to have the knowledge of who you are and what you set out to achieve, what you bring from your past to create a future for yourself. To know yourself, that's just where it starts. So separate or participate. This is a winning formula. This 2025 is January the 7th. I'm telling you about winning formulas. Some people that are motivational speakers, some people that are consultants, they'll consult with you or give you advice on how to go about doing certain things. And I'm doing something the same today, but the difference is that I have a long track record of winning, of winning. Hashem Ali Jabbar, the wrestler formerly known as Quinn Foster, talking to you today about separate or participate is a winner, has a long experience, because experience is different than reading in a book or watching on TV or observing winning. Experience, the lived experience of what it takes, of what the requirements of are, and taking the actions and experiencing, feeling, seeing, hearing, listening, experiencing the process is knowing what it means to win. There may not be anything else sweeter in the world than the joy of winning. There may not be anything else sweeter in the world than the joy of setting out to accomplish something, going through the process, the rigors, the strain, the stress, the struggle, the work, the W-O-R-K, the work of doing what is required to bring what you desire into fulfillment, overcoming obstacles, overcoming time and challenges in between the beginning stage and the end stage to see what you desired from the beginning into physical manifestation, physical reality, to touch, taste, hear, see, smell, and experience winning. There may not be anything sweeter in the world than the joy of winning. And again, you are talking to an experienced winner. So on this subject of separate or participate, these 5 stepping stones, these 5 pathways is what I hope to share with you in the future. I want you to stay tuned because we're just getting started with 2025 and you're hearing me in a whole different way. You're seeing me in a whole different way. It's 2025. It's an opportunity to put big wins on the scoreboard for yourself, for those that you love, for your family, for your extended family, for your community, for your city, for your state, for your country, for your nation, to put big wins on the board. Now, what better can you do then spend your time with someone that is experienced in winning. In winning. I have a PhD in winning. I got a bachelor's degree from Arizona State. God bless me to receive a bachelor's degree in small business, entrepreneurship, and communications from Arizona State University in 2002. But before I had a bachelor's degree, I had a PhD in winning. My junior year in high school, I had the desire to have an undefeated wrestling season. I had the desire. And a large part of the desire was that my sophomore year, I had a record around like 36-3 or 36-4. And it was a number of times that I took second place at a tournament or third place at a tournament. Tournaments that I wanted to win. And so I had a desire to have an undefeated season. And I was blessed to have 100 wins as a junior in high school in Fairfax, Virginia, before I went on to compete at Blair Academy, which had the #1 wrestling team in the nation at the time and had many, many national championships and national champions. So as a junior, I experienced a season that was undefeated, and I secured 100 wins in high school before even getting to my senior year. 100 wins, 100 victories. 100 victories. But here's the secret. Here's the secret. It's not just because I was great. Maybe I was good, maybe, possibly, probably. I was good. However, before the age of 13 or so, when you go to high school, I probably wrestled over 100 matches. Now that I reflect and I go back in my mind's eye and have that Sankofa moment where I look back at history so that I can better see the future, I understand that I had thousands of repetitions of doing wrestling moves, of practice, of experience, of doing a certain thing so many times that I had a level of mastery of the activity that I was participating in. See, based on the knowledge of myself, the knowledge of the sport, the knowledge of the skills and techniques that I was doing, the knowledge of the mental strength that was required, the knowledge of what I had to do in the first period, second period, and or third period if my opponent made it that far. Many did not. Many did not. It was through the knowledge of self that I realized I had performed certain techniques so many times that it was almost a second nature. There's a thing called muscle memory. My muscle memories was so intact. I was very skilled at what I was doing, what I was participating, the activity that I was participating in. So the lesson is drill. That's a part of it. The lesson is repetitions is a part of it. Drill, repetition, and doing a thing again and again and again and again until you have a level of mastery at it is a part of knowing yourself. What is it that you have to do over and 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 over again to achieve what you want to achieve? The knowledge of self. So I was good because I was supposed to be good because I started early. Because I started early, because I had so many opportunities to do a certain thing, and I did it over and over and over and over. So separate from the weakness of yourself. Separate from regularity, from being regular, from being average. Separate yourself from common results. Separate yourself from the weaknesses of yourself. Separate yourself from doubt. Separate yourself from those that are not good for you, those things that are bringing you down, that are clinging to you, that are not making you go higher, but making you go lower. Separate yourself from that and participate in victory. Participate in activities that make you win. Participate in activities and with people and persons and places and things that are of benefit to you. Participate in winning. So if you want a lot of wins in 2025. If you want a lot of victories, you should probably seek counsel, seek advice from those that are experienced winners, such as myself. I look forward to a dialogue with you further and expanding on this subject matter. Separate or participate. Stay tuned. This is just the introduction. Stay tuned, because coming next are our lectures, seminars, and workshops. Are you ready? I'm ready. I was born ready. I'm a winner, and so are you. Separate or participate.